Did you know some drinks in your kitchen quietly raises your cancer risk after 60? As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to what we consume. And unfortunately, there are certain beverages that can do more harm than good. While many of these may seem harmless, or even part of your daily routine, doctors are now speaking up about their hidden dangers. This video dives into 4 specific drinks and drink food combinations that seniors should seriously reconsider, especially when it comes to long-term cancer risk. These aren't fads or internet rumors. These insights are based on recent findings and expert warnings from medical professionals who've seen the consequences firsthand. But don't worry, we're not here to scare you. We're here to empower you. Knowing what to look out for helps you make small adjustments that protect your health, your energy, and your future. So stay with us through the end of this video because these 4 drink-related dangers are ones most people overlook. And by understanding them now, you might just avoid one of the most common regrets doctors hear from their older patients. Now let's get started. Number 1, artificially sweetened beverages. For decades, artificially sweetened drinks like diet, sodas, and sugar-free iced teas were marketed as healthier alternatives, especially for those trying to cut back on sugar, manage weight, or control blood sugar levels. And on the surface, they may seem like a better choice. After all, they don't spike your glucose, and they often have 0 calories. But what many seniors don't know is that these drinks come with their own set of hidden risks, ones that may quietly undermine your gut health, disrupt metabolic balance, and potentially raise your risk of developing certain cancers over time. A nutrition researcher once said, "Artificial sweeteners don't just pass through the body, they change the body's internal environment, especially the microbiome. And when that balance is thrown off, it can create long-term health problems we're only beginning to understand." That insight is particularly important for seniors whose digestive systems and immune function are already more vulnerable to disruption. The gut microbiome, a collection of trillions of bacteria in the digestive tract, plays a vital role in regulating inflammation, detoxifying harmful substances, and supporting the immune system. But several studies have shown that artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin may alter the composition of gut bacteria in ways that promote inflammation and interfere with glucose regulation. For someone in their 70s or 80s, even subtle shifts in this delicate ecosystem can have outsized effects, potentially contributing to insulin resistance, low-grade chronic inflammation, and, over time, cellular environments that are more susceptible to cancer. It's not just about the gut either. There's ongoing research examining links between long-term use of artificial sweeteners and an increased risk of certain cancers, including bladder and breast cancer. While the data is still evolving, the concern is enough that many health experts now urge older adults to avoid daily consumption of these chemicals, especially when natural, safer alternatives are available. If you're used to reaching for a diet soda or sugar-free drink every afternoon, try replacing it with naturally flavored water, herbal teas, or beverages sweetened with small amounts of honey or stevia. Your body will thank you, not just in the short term, with better digestion and energy, but possibly in the long term by lowering your overall risk of chronic disease. When it comes to artificial sweeteners, less is not only more, it may also be safer. Number 2, alcohol and processed meats together. For many people, enjoying a glass of wine or a cold beer with dinner feels like one of life's small pleasures. And when that meal includes something like bacon, sausage, or a charcuterie board of deli meats, it can seem like the perfect pairing. But what most seniors don't realize is that the combination of alcohol and processed meats has been flagged by researchers as a particularly dangerous mix, especially for those over 60. This pairing has been shown to increase the production of certain carcinogenic compounds in the digestive system, significantly raising the risk for cancers of the colon, esophagus, and stomach. A leading oncologist once shared, "Processed meats on their own carry risks, but when consumed alongside alcohol, the body's ability to detoxify is compromised, and that's when things go wrong at the cellular level." That might sound dramatic, but it's backed by science. Processed meats contain nitrates and nitrites, preservatives that, when broken down in the body, can form nitrosamines, compounds known to be carcinogenic. When alcohol enters the system, it interferes with the liver's detox pathways and weakens the body's defenses. Together, these substances create a scenario where damage accumulates faster than your body can repair. Over time, this kind of internal stress can trigger the kinds of mutations that lead to cancer. Take the case of George, an 81-year-old who loved his weekend ritual. grilled sausages with a glass of red wine. It was my comfort meal, he said. But after he began experiencing digestive issues, his doctor explained how this combination may have contributed to the inflammation found in his colon. George didn't have to give up all the foods he loved, but he made small changes. He now eats more fresh fish and vegetables, and when he enjoys a glass of wine, he pairs it with lighter meals. It's about being smarter, not miserable, he said. I still enjoy my evenings, I just do it differently. Many people over 70 have weaker liver function and slower digestion. That means alcohol stays in your system longer, and the body has to work harder to break down and clear out harmful compounds. Add in processed meats, already flagged by the World Health Organization, as a Group 1 carcinogen, and you have a double hit to your system that only grows riskier with age. This doesn't mean you have to eliminate everything you enjoy, but it does mean you need to be more strategic. If you drink alcohol, keep it moderate, and avoid pairing it with processed meats. Opt instead for meals with whole grains, leafy greens, and lean proteins that support your body's detox systems, not challenge them. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, sugary soft drinks. One of the most commonly consumed beverages among older adults is also one of the most underestimated when it comes to cancer risk, sugary soft drinks. Whether it's a cola with lunch or a lemon lime soda on a hot afternoon, these drinks may feel refreshing, but their effects on the body over time are far from harmless. They're loaded with added sugars, and when consumed regularly, they create a perfect storm inside the body that leads to chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and eventually cellular damage. And that's where the cancer link begins. A senior nutritionist once said, "Sugary beverages are not just empty calories, they're actively harmful." The constant spikes in blood sugar may fuel abnormal cell growth, especially in aging bodies that metabolize more slowly. That insight is sobering, especially considering how easy it is to reach for a soda without thinking twice. But what many seniors don't realize is that our metabolism, gut health, and insulin sensitivity all change as we age. That means the same drink you tolerated in your 30s may now quietly damage the delicate systems your body relies on to regulate inflammation and flush out cellular waste. Over time, this environment becomes fertile ground for mutations and cancerous changes, particularly in areas like the pancreas, colon, and liver. James, a 76-year-old retired bus driver, used to drink 2 cans of soda every day with lunch, just like he had for decades. "It was my pick-me-up," he said. But after a health scare involving his pancreas, his doctor showed him studies linking daily sugary drink consumption to increased cancer risk. I thought, no way, it's just soda. But he stopped cold turkey, switched to water and tea, and says he hasn't looked back. "My energy feels different. My digestion's better. I never realized what it was doing to me." It's not just the sugar content that causes concern. The caramel coloring used in many sodas has also come under scrutiny for containing compounds with carcinogenic properties. And the acidity in these drinks can erode the stomach lining, compounding risk for seniors who already deal with digestive issues or acid reflux. Letting go of sugary sodas doesn't mean giving up refreshment. It means choosing beverages that hydrate, heal, and support your body's natural defenses. Simple swaps like infused water with lemon, herbal teas, or sparkling water with a splash of real juice can make a world of difference. Not just for your energy, but for your long-term health. You deserve a drink that works for you, not against you. Number 4, scalding hot tea or coffee. Many of us find comfort in a steaming cup of tea or coffee first thing in the morning. There's a ritual to it, the warmth, the aroma, the quiet pause it creates before the day begins. But there's one detail most people never think twice about: the temperature. And it turns out that seemingly harmless habit of sipping your beverage while it's still piping hot could be doing more harm than good, especially to the sensitive tissues in your throat and esophagus. A leading gastroenterologist once said, "The issue isn't the tea or coffee itself, it's the temperature. Repeated thermal injury to the esophageal lining increases the risk of cancer, especially in older adults." That warning might sound surprising, but studies across several countries have confirmed the link between consuming very hot beverages, typically above 130 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and a higher incidence of esophageal cancer. When you drink something that hot, you're essentially scalding the inside of your throat, even if you don't feel the burn. Over time, this repeated irritation can damage the protective lining and lead to inflammation, cellular changes, and eventually, precancerous conditions. It's important to understand that seniors are especially at risk. As we age, our mucosal linings tend to thin and heal more slowly. That means even minor injuries take longer to recover from. And repeated exposure to extreme heat can accumulate damage more quickly than in younger people. Henry, a 79-year-old who loved his black tea steeped strong and served boiling hot, never imagined that temperature mattered. "I thought it was just part of the experience," he said. But after developing persistent throat discomfort, his physician suggested waiting a few minutes before drinking, and even switching to warm rather than hot beverages. "It felt strange at first," Henry admitted, "but I adjusted, and now I actually taste the flavors more." That last point is worth emphasizing. Not only does waiting a few minutes protect your throat, it can also enhance the richness of your drink. Flavors open up at slightly cooler temperatures, and the risk of burns and long-term damage drops dramatically. Plus, with modern insulated mugs, your beverage will stay warm for much longer, so you don't have to rush through it just to enjoy it hot. If you're used to drinking tea or coffee the moment it's poured, try letting it sit for 5 minutes. Test the temperature with a small sip before committing to a full mouthful. And if you enjoy hot beverages multiple times a day, make it a habit to cool them slightly first. These small changes might seem insignificant now, but they could make all the difference down the road. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. Now that we've explored these 4 often overlooked drink-related habits, it's time to step back and consider what they truly mean. They're not just about avoiding soda or letting your tea cool. They're about becoming more aware of how your body changes with age, and how even simple choices like what you sip and how you sip it can shape your long-term health. Many seniors fall into routines that feel harmless because they've been doing them for years. But just because something is familiar doesn't mean it's still serving you well. So what stood out to you the most? Was it the surprising danger of sugary drinks, the hidden risks of alcohol and processed meats, or maybe the quiet damage of scalding hot tea? Whatever it was, consider this your gentle nudge to look a little closer at your daily habits. Not with guilt, but with curiosity and care. You have more control than you might think. And when you know better, you get to do better. You're not powerless against cancer. You're not stuck in old habits. You're still growing, learning, and making smart choices that support your health. It's never too late to protect yourself, and it often starts with something as simple as pouring your drink a little cooler or reaching for water instead of soda. These choices add up, and the impact they make could very well extend your life and improve the quality of your days. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.